Day 13 yesterday. Freaky. So freaky that I was so distracted by it and so obsessed with checking everything on the news and just reading people's updates and statuses that I didn't make a video yesterday evening. Around, some news sources say it was around 5 p.m. I don't think that's correct because I got off work at 5 p.m. yesterday, Mountain Time, and I kind of played around a little bit, being lazy, talking to my husband for 10-15 minutes, and then I went downstairs to take a shower. I'm not going to get into too many embarrassing details just because I was indecent and not wearing clothes, because who showers in clothes or swimsuits? Only if you're at a water park. Anyway, we started having an earthquake, and I could feel the floor starting to shift, and then I swear, like, it started up really slow, and it felt like somebody walking with heavy boots towards the bathroom, and then it felt like a little bit of stomping. And then I was so confused because our bathroom is right underneath our staircase, actually, other than a little Harry Potter closet. But our bathroom's right underneath it. And I thought my husband was stomping around upstairs. I thought he was stomping coming down. I thought he was stomping walking towards the bathroom. And I kept thinking, and I yelled out, I said, "Stop." And it just kept going, and it started intensifying and feeling stronger. And I told my husband, and again, I said, "Kyle, is that you? Please, are you okay?" I thought, because his foot is all bad too. His ankle is still messed up from when he dislocated it back in February. And it's been hurting a lot lately. And we can't go to a doctor right now because he just doesn't want to feel exposed. Like, you can call a doctor and explain to them what's happening and set up an appointment and appropriately get in and be looked at. But the fact that there's too many people at the hospitals right now and doctors trying to get tested for COVID-19, he says no. He's not going to do it right now, only if it gets really, really bad. So I thought he was hurting. So I said, "Are you okay?" And there's still no response. And then I felt the walls around me. So the floor was still shifting, and I started to feel the walls. And then it was like dawning on me, and I yelled, "Baby!" And all of a sudden I heard him yell from the kitchen, "Yeah?" So he was around suddenly, and I said, "Are you okay?" I didn't know what else to say. He goes, "Are we having an earthquake?" I said, "I think so." And the other part about it was that I was also really confused because sometimes I could be sitting at my desk at work and I'll feel lightheaded and dizzy. And I think sometimes I might have vertigo. I don't know if medically, professionally I do. But sometimes I just, lose my balance, whether I'm sitting or walking or standing. And sometimes my mental state can trip me up too. It can confuse me. So I was all over the place. I was tripping. I was confused. I thought he was stomping. And so once he said, "Are we having an earthquake?" I said, "I think so." He said, "Come here." So, "Come here." And I ran out of the bathroom naked, and then I ran into the doorway of our bedroom. I put my hands to be, I started to stance myself in the doorways, first the doorway of the bathroom, until I heard his second call saying, "Come here," and I heard some scraping around, which meant that he was throwing chairs off of the dining room table. And I put my hands again in the second doorway, and he looked over at me, and he's like, "Baby," because I wasn't wearing clothes. He's like, I don't know, "Come here." And I started to run, and I was like, now I can't. The windows are open. So the fact that I would rather die, I don't know, if the house was falling apart, I would rather be crushed by the ceiling in our master bedroom with all the blinds shut and dark while being naked but still hidden and covered than rather expose myself to all of our backyard neighbors by dashing across the dining room floor, all the windows open, the bright sun shining in, just jiggling and rolls bouncing as I run towards underneath the table. It wasn't gonna happen. So that's priorities right there. That's silly. So, and I yelled a few more embarrassing words. They would be my famous last words that I am not going to repeat on this video. They're kind of personal because I was naked. Kyle will remember them, hopefully years on out from now, and we can all laugh about it. We're still laughing about it. It was really funny. But yeah, I said a few more things and he kind of like rolled his head like, oh my gosh, like, come on. And then I ran back into the room and I grabbed the towel and I wrapped it around me. And then that's when the shaking started slowing down. But I was like, like freaking out, like yelling these little like gasps and stuff, like just trying to go as fast as I could, but steady without tripping on things. In the bathroom, I keep touching my hair a lot. It's kind of in the way. I washed it last night, obviously. But yeah, I didn't want to trip around, and I don't know, I was thinking dramatically as if it was like a cartoon or some Jumanji movie that if the floor opened up. So I was like pretending the floor was lava as I was running and grabbing a towel. I grabbed it, I ran out, we both bumped each other's shoulders trying to exit the same doorway at the same time, and me being like my cat Athena, little like tiny and squirmish, I like weaseled my way through the door past him. And I grabbed his hand. I was like, come on, we have to get underneath the table. And he like slowed me down because he could feel too that it was starting to slow. And then he was confused. I said, are you okay? He's like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's slowing down, but there might be an aftershock. So then he said, go get dressed really quick. And I was like, what? And I didn't want to argue. Like, I already had a towel on. I was ready to dive underneath the table, but I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I just wanted to listen to his guidance because I was pretty freaked out. I put on some clothes and then it was over. It was over just like that. Sorry, I'm logging into work. It was super fast. It probably didn't last more than a few minutes, and I was confused. And the stress of it all actually gave me a bit of an anxiety attack. My legs started shaking really bad. I started crying. He said, it's okay. And like we were like observing like all the hanging lights and the fixtures and the fans and such. Anything hanging from the ceiling was swaying. And it was too freaky for me. And it's really weird because I had a nightmare about us having an earthquake on February 13th. I even scrolled all the way back through my husband's text and I found it. I was describing how we were in the master bedroom, check for me, and that we came running out into the kitchen, check 2. We said earthquake, check 3, and then the lights were like swaying. That's the check 4. And then the rest of my dream gets even freakier, and it no longer involves an earthquake, and so it doesn't matter anymore, but it's just really weird. And yeah, I don't know what else to think about it. I heard that the earthquake came from Yellowstone. Scientists have said don't worry about Yellowstone, but me first knowing for a few hours that it came from Yellowstone, which is supposed to erupt any day, plus COVID-19, plus all these other issues happening in the world, including droughts, fires, locust swarms, it finally made me start crying. And so last night I laid in bed and cried for a little bit because I was super scared and stressed, and Sorry, I actually just accidentally clocked out of work. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm done with this video. I'll just talk to you later tonight about some apocalypse stuff. Okay, bye guys.